Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. I hope you're doing well. I'm coming on with a little bit of a bonus video this week. So I sat down to do this week's mess makes. I'm following Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah to do like mess make Mondays, and she was making book page pockets, but I actually have a load of bases and things, some made from book pages such as this one. This is a book page as well, so is that one, music sheet, as well as a couple of bases of things. And so instead of making a load more, I thought I would actually come on, do a bonus video and just decorate these in the theme that I'm working with at the moment. So I thought we could just have a little bit of a relaxed crafting session. I have got my candle, so I'm hoping I can, there you go, fit you in. There we go, so you can see it. Yeah, just a relaxed crafting session. But I am going to put my timer on so that, you know, I just end up just doing a casual video with you all. And we're just going to see what we can get done, really. So I hope that's okay, and I hope that you all enjoy watching. So I'm going to speak to my device. Alexa, please set a timer for 50 minutes.
Good morning, Justine. 50 minutes, starting now.
So, first thing that I want to do, so this is a winter woods project that I'm working on, by the way, and I want to cover up. This is one of my book page pockets. I was using a golf book and it had some random cartoons. And because I'm doing winter woods, I thought I could use this really nice wallpaper that I've got. I just have a sample of it to go with this and make some kind of double pocket. And yeah, we're just going to have a relaxed crafting session. It's been a while since I've been able to just sit down here and just do some stuff, you know, without a huge amount of planning. So today will be a bit different from the Monday videos that I've been doing, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. So I'm just going to smudge that down. Oh, she says. There we go. That's it. And then I can use the scraps in other things. Right. Sorry if I'm shaking the table, by the way. So I'm just gonna do that, and then from there we can then decorate it with some more interesting things. But this wallpaper is so nice. So do that. And yeah, I've got a bunch of scraps from winter projects I've done, you know, in previous years. So, you know what? That just fits on that one. May as well use it, eh? Feels good to just sit down with you guys, to be honest. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had time to just sort of sit here and just do some stuff. But it's December 1st. It's a Friday. We're decorating tonight, and yeah, I thought, you know what, I've really deserved a time, some crafty me time, where I could just sit down and just do some stuff. So I'm hoping that you'll enjoy the video, but it does feel nice just to sit down and do some things. So yeah, today is very relaxed and casual. I don't really have much of a plan other than get through this pile of stuff next to me, but right, let's give this a little bit of an ink. Such nice wallpaper. So I think it's silver birch, and then of course it's got the like silver foiling. Right, so this one we want to glue on two sides, she says. Why is it when you're timing something the glue ends up blocking up on you? So the reason I've set a timer is not to do any kind of timed pressured thing or anything. It's not that. It's more just to make me sit down and take this time for myself. And I think sometimes when we're so busy, we've got so much going on, we almost need that permission to just say, you know what, no, you are doing this, you are taking some time for yourself. And by setting the timer, it just makes us, you know, makes us do it sometimes, you know. They're pretty. So that's that one. So again, we want to ink this. And I've got a tray of goodies next to me that I was just sorting through this morning. It's just got, so basically the winter woods, we've got light browns from, you know, frosted pine cones and things. We've got the greys and whites for the frost and snow. That's kind of how this project is for me. But these are the first things that I'm actually making for it, or decorating for the project. So it may end up changing, but the initial plan that I'm going with is, you know, light browns, the greys and the whites and things, but for it to have that woodsy vibe. Okay, so this one wants a bit of decoration, and because I've only sorted through this tray this morning, I have to confess I'm not completely sure exactly what's on the tray or what I really want to use. So I may pause occasionally. I don't really want to pause, but I may have to if it gets a bit too boring to watch. So I'm thinking either one of these pine cones or leaves. And it's been a while since I've sat down and actually decorated something, so I do feel a little bit rusty. So I don't know. I'm trying very hard not to regret putting the camera on. But you know what, if it doesn't pay off, if it's not an interesting video, then I don't have to share it, do I? I'm liking I'm liking both of them, but the pine cone makes more sense, but I'm preferring the feather. Okay, I found some stuff. I did pause because, yeah, I don't want this video to be boring to watch. So I've got a little scrappy sticker thing, which I'm going to pop down here. And just a die cut ticket. This is often how I decorate corner pockets. I often do the same kind of decoration, just really because I know it works. And you know, decorating isn't really my forte, if I'm, you know, completely honest. So if I stick with what works, then I don't dilly-dally too much. And I enjoy it more. So, yeah. Just gonna want that little bud to be, there we go. I think these are hydrangeas, dried hydrangeas in the frost/snow. They're just from a paper pad that I've got. And then I feel like I want a little something in front. Possibly like a little pine cone or something, like a teeny tiny little one. So let me see if I've got one. Or a button. Sorry. Or a button could be cute. Oh, let's try a button. Sorry, I just have to reach around. And that's the also thing about decorating is, you know, sometimes you have to find things that you want to use. I found a button and I just thread some gold twine with a little bow just glued on. I think that's just finished that off just nicely, but I'm going to put it to one side because it needs to, the glue needs to dry. There we go. Alright then, so we've got this one. Now I want to put something in the back there because that's a little bit plain. And I'm thinking I've got lots of scraps to use. Almost fits, but I think this one will be a better fit. That's it. So I'm just going to glue that on there somehow. So I think I'm going to use the Kalau just because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. So I don't want to glue my pocket shut. There we go. And then I'm just going to slide that in. I do enjoy making things in advance, you know, when you just make a bunch of plain ephemera that will go with any project. But I am just going to say, decorating it, I think is actually harder when you do that. I don't know if it's just me. Just in terms of like what you're going to do with the piece. But I am going to say it is very helpful to have pieces ready to go that just want a little bit of decorating, you know. I can't argue with that. So I'm going to keep trying. I think it just takes practice, doesn't it? With all things, it just takes a bit of practice for what you want to get to, really. But anyway, so we've got that. And I'm trying very hard not to over decorate things because you can always add to them later as well. Okay, what I am going to do is I'm actually going to stencil over that because I want a little bit more brown. That's it. So that we've got the brown in there for the woods. Okay. Now we have got a triangular pocket and I'm trying very hard not to do the exact same thing that I've just done. But let's see, what have we got? We've got all sorts of stuff in here. So I'm just going to have a little bit of a rifle through. Maybe on this one I can use a feather. Okay, so I just was fiddling about with this washi sticker and I liked how it it blends in but makes the trees look like they're kind of in the background more. So then I'm just going to layer some stuff up on top of that. I'm sorry I keep pausing, it's just because I'm a little bit out of practice with decorating. And the funny thing is that it's not taking me a long time to decide what I want. But when I'm filming, like when the camera is running, it feels like I take ages. And I think it's just because I'm aware that, you know, I don't want to just be staring at something for the longest time because it's not very interesting to watch. But anyway, and then I've just got this quote from a book. That's that. Just to finish that off. It's just a little something, isn't it? Like so. That's another one done. I'm going to leave that book text like that because once you've got stuff in the pockets anyway, it all blends into the background, and I do think it kind of looks interesting. So that's that one. Right, let's do something else. So this one, I'm going to stencil it just to give myself a more interesting background. So this is just an envelope that I have folded up. I have got a video on this from when I made various things with my stash. But essentially I'll show you in a second. All it is just an envelope. One of the flaps is glued there, folded the bottom up, and it becomes this sort of double tuxedo pocket thing. And really it just comes from, you know, playing about with stuff. You know, often I'll just sit with my envelopes and various things that I've got in my stash, and I'll just play about with them, and before you know it, you sort of you have something. So what I am thinking is Apparently nothing, because the words did not come out there. I kind of want it to be, this one to be a little bit more brown. So I'm just sort of wondering if I've got any scraps that I could put across there. But I don't think I've got any scraps, so I'm going to need to dive into my folder, and I'm going to look for, ooh, maybe this. Let's go with this one. That one didn't take too long, did it? And it's kind of a scrap. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on the front. Now I hope these pieces will all go together. Obviously when you sit down to do stuff without a major plan, it you know, you don't really know where you're going to go, what's going to happen, like, and that's the fun of it. But when you do themed projects like what I do, sometimes you do worry, oh, is it actually gonna, these pieces are gonna go together, right? But I think it'll all work out. So I'm just cutting around this. I'm just doing it over here so I'm away from the candle flame. And yeah, I think I just like to have a base ready to go. So that I'm not just staring at something that's so plain. And then I'm just going to ink around it because I find that that helps me as well. And I've got some crochet next to me, so I'm going to put that along there. And again, I'm trying to use stuff that I've just got next to me, so I'm not rifling around my stash, because otherwise you get presented with too much choice, and that can be debilitating as well. So I hope this video is enjoyable. I hope that you, well, actually more than anything, I hope that you've just got me on whilst you're doing your own thing. I hope that you're not sitting there just watching me. You know, please go off and grab your stuff and just have me on as background noise, and we can keep each other company then. And if you've been wanting some crafty me time and you haven't had time to do it, then I'm hoping this little session is making you want to grab some stuff. Right, what we're going to do now. I do want to bring in some brown, so I'm looking at these. Oh yes, yes, let's. And then I'm reaching for my words, and I'm thinking I'm bound to have, ooh, find beauty everywhere. That's nice. Oh, snowdrops on the ground. No, find beauty everywhere. Yeah, and that brings in some of the brown then. These are my words, so I've got like a really nice sort of vintagey brown. These are on my Etsy. They're also on my Patreon as a freebie, in case you would like. They're all nature inspired words and phrases. 2 sheets of them. There we go. I'm really enjoying this. It helps that it's frosty outside. I'm just sort of looking out and thinking, yep, it's still frosty. Alexa, what's the temperature right now?
Right now, it's 0 degrees Celsius.
Oh, there you go. It's warmed up a little bit. It's 0 degrees. It was -2 earlier. But it's 12 o'clock. It's coming up to, well, it's gone past 12 actually. It's about 12:15 now. So that just goes to show how cold today is that it's still only 0 degrees. I'm just trying to decide. I think that's all that needs. I don't think I'm going to do any more, because once you've got stuff in the pockets, it's going to look very different again. I have to keep remembering that when I make pockets, is you're going to fill them. so you don't want to then end up decorating everything and then not wanting to hide the decoration. Yeah, there you go. Frosty, it's brown, Woodsy. Right, let's do this one next. So this one originally started life as just a side tuck, and then I thought I'm actually gonna fold it over and have a double side tuck, but I want to put paper down the middle here because I've got like blue pencil drawings, so I want to just cover those up with something. And I'm thinking I'm going to use this. I'm just sorry. Oh goodness. Just trying to find my because I don't want any blue. That's what I don't want. I don't mind a little bit of blue, but I don't want blue in this project. Right. Just want this piece with the. So this comes from a digital that I was working with for my altered book for the winter pages. It's from Victoria Designs. It's her Winter Wonderland kit, I think she called it. And it's just exactly what I want for this. So, and if anyone's wondering, I haven't forgotten about the altered book. I haven't. It's on my long list of projects that really want finishing. Oh, I tell you, it's just never ending. It's just never ending. As hard as I try so hard not to have projects that are just sitting there not finished. You know, I try so hard, but I don't know what it is, just it happens to me all the time. I can't, it's like I can't help it. I just have to always have unfinished projects waiting on me. And I don't like it. Like, I want to be able to finish things before I move on to the next thing, but I am human and I can't help it. I end up getting excited by stuff, and then sometimes I forget about, I don't know, but I haven't forgotten about the altered book, I promise. I've only got the summer pages left to do and a bit of the ephemera, but no, I don't know. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure we've all got projects that we've been just not doing. Anyway, so that's done that. I'm just trying to decide, whoops, whilst I ink, whether I want to, I think I want to keep the rest of the music sheet. I mean, otherwise what was the point of using the music sheet if you're going to cover it all up? So let's glue up this pocket. I do have a video where I made a lot of these pieces, by the way. It was just a random crafty session where I was just gluing and folding and gluing book page ephemera. So there is a video. If I can find it / remember to find it before this video goes out, I will link it down below. Because if you are new to all of this, then you might be wondering, well, how did she get to this point? That's that. Okay, what are we doing next? Isn't it funny? I look at it and you know what I want to do? I want to tie a bow in the middle. For some unknown reason. That's what I think it looks like. So that's what I'm going to do. So I need some ribbon or twine or something. I've got some of this grey twine. Let's try and pull that out. I've got all my like ribbons and laces and things colour coded. So the greys and blues go there, and then that way when I'm looking for a particular colour, I've just found it's the easiest thing for me then to be able to find what I want. I have no idea why I'm doing this, it's just I looked at it and this is what I wanted to do, so it's what I'm doing. Tell you what, I'm on a roll now. I felt really rusty in the beginning, but now I feel like it's all coming back to me. So there you go. If ever you need a reminder to stick with something. Stick with it. Sometimes it might feel hard, but once you just stick with it and keep going, it gets easier. Okay, that's what we've got. Isn't that funny how I wanted to do that? I've never done that with a pocket. But yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So I'm going to stick some tape along the back, because this whole piece can be, the whole thing is a pocket anyway, but it can also be a side tuck or something. And when you want to get something out of the pocket, you're going to have to untie the bow, which is probably going to be annoying if it's something you want to keep getting into. But I think it looks cool, so I'm going for it. And the tape along the back just keeps the twine in place, but also if you are going to put stuff in the back of it, the tape stops the twine from getting in the way then. Well, that was like the simplest make ever. And of course, once we've got stuff in the pockets, that will add decoration as well, you know, on top of the bow. They don't all have to be fancily decorated, do they? And I can't believe it, we're on the last piece. Oh my goodness. Oh, right, I'm gonna throw everything on the floor. No, I'm gonna do, I don't know what I've done with my brush. Here it is. I'm going to stencil over this book page because it's quite white, which is not a bad thing, but I'm just gonna do that. There we go, that just gives that a little bit of a something. I love stenciling because stamps and stencils don't add any bulk, which is brilliant. And I'm going to stare wistfully at my tray of stuff next to me and hope that something, yeah, see, I don't want to use green in this project, isn't that funny? I'm hoping that something will jump out at me. That's a bit too big, but I do have a paper pad that I'm part using for this project, I forgot to say. So some of these pieces come from that. I'm thinking that's quite nice. And then like a word or something. So I'm just going to cut this out a bit neater and I shall be back in a jiffy. Okay, and that's that one. What I was saying about the paper pad is I will link it down below because I've forgotten what it's called, but I will I'll list it and link it down below. But anyway, I just thought I would decorate that one because all I was doing was adding that fussy cut, a word and a bit of crochet. And this one is one of these pockets. So there's a pocket in the front, a pocket in the side, and then the whole thing can be a pocket if you want it to be. So that is that one. I do have a video when I did those. I can't remember what I called the video, but again, if I can find these videos, I will link them / remember to. Another double pocket, and we've got a double envelope pocket. I like these. And we've got a double book page pocket in the front there and on the side. And last but not least, / what came first, is our little button double pocket. Oh, I'm really happy with those. I think they go together quite nicely. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. I realise that that is a little bit of a different video from what I've done, you know, on Mondays and things, but I hope you enjoyed it. And more than anything, I really hope that it just gave you some a reminder just to sit down and, you know, have some crafty me time if you've been meaning to do it. I've wanted to have this time for a while now, and yeah, it went a little bit slow in the beginning, but it really came together at the end, and I think these pieces look really nice together. So yeah, this is your reminder. Go off and have some crafty me time, maybe have me on in the background if you like, and I hope that you've enjoyed watching. And if you do craft along with me today, even if you're not making the things that I'm doing, I'd love to hear it, so let me know. Let me know if I kept you company, and let me know if you like these pieces. For now though, I'll say goodbye. I was going to do one last thing. I have got some diamond stickles. If you're new and you've never heard of this before, it's basically glitter glue, but it allows you to get a nice little shine and sparkle. And because it's frosty outside, I kind of want to go over some of these little things, and I don't want to overdo it. I just want to add a little bit of frosting. So I'm wondering if I can just add just a bit of sparkle here and there. So you do need to let it dry if you're gonna use this stuff, and you can get them all different colours. But once it's dry, hopefully you'll see it on video. Can you see that it gives it that little frosty sparkle? So I'm going to sort of sit here and just kind of play with the stickles a little bit, and in some cases, without getting it everywhere, I might just kind of smudge it down with my finger, because I just want it to have that little bit of a shimmer. And yeah, if you're new, this is a good idea if you're going to have something, you know, wintry. And it doesn't add any bulk or anything, especially when you smudge it. But as you can see, there you go, can you see? A little bit of a shimmer. So I think I might go through and just add some of this stickles, because I feel like it. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for keeping me company. And until next time, I will say goodbye for now. Have a lovely rest of your day. Enjoy some crafty time. And we'll speak very soon. Bye bye for now.